All right. Hello there, everyone. This is the Disney Plus recap show. We are doing a special live edition for you guys for the spoiler review for the newest episode of WandaVision. Man, I didn't think we'd be able to. I never thought we'd do a live stream for a spoiler edition. So if you guys are watching and you haven't seen the newest episode of WandaVision, leave now because we are about to spoil this whole episode for you majorly.
You may hate us, but we did give you a warning. So if you have not seen the latest episode, go freaking watch it. Disney Plus, subscribe, pay $10 a month. You can do it free trial. There's a free trial you can do.
Yep. Definitely do it.
All right. Let's just dive in.
Okay. Holy shit, what an episode.
This was an emotional fucking episode. Like, it didn't even, first of all, the opening scene where we get a flashback with Agatha.
Dude, that was insane.
Now we know how old she is. She's been alive since the 1600s.
Yeah.
She's a proper witch. And also, I just love the fact that it was in Salem, in Massachusetts, meaning that she is a proper witch.
Yeah.
I really loved how we can seeing a lot of all the magic now. We're seeing a lot of that, and it makes me happy to know that we're going to be seeing more magic in the MCU, especially with Doctor Strange now.
Which they, have said that she is definitely in, and it was a cast that Wanda is in Doctor Strange too. Mm-hmm. I don't think they could do the movie without her, to be honest. After seeing everything in this episode and just in this whole season,
and if she does get her comic book accurate costume, she's probably gonna wear that in Doctor Strange too.
Actually, after seeing, and now we can actually talk about this.
This is what
we were trying not to say before, but you see the fucking costume.
You can't see it fully
in this episode.
Yeah, you can't see it fully because it's literally.
Oh no, you see it fully, just not just like a dark shadow silhouette type version, but you see the costume fully.
Really good. You only see it for a brief second, but I love it, and I want to see more.
I'm going to show everyone what I sent you, Tyler.
Go on, do it because we need to. But this movie, this whole movie,
this makes sense for why I'm saying that we are definitely getting it, and why you can see it fully. You're right, Laura. It is beautiful.
It's so gorgeous. I can't wait to see it in the light.
All right,
full frame.
Are you guys ready to see the screen cap from?
Let's do it.
From this. This is what we're talking about here. Anyone jumping onto the stream now? I'm sorry if we spoil it, but you have clicked on a spoiler edition of the show. All right, here we go. Here she is.
Oh.
There you go.
I can't wait to see it.
That's what I mean by you see it fully.
I can't wait to see it when it's out in the open, when we can see Wanda actually wearing it.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how she manifests it. Like, you reckon she manifests it with her magic?
I don't know.
I mean, it's highly likely because remember what Agatha said which I'm going to get into, that her magic can create realities.
That's true.
Well, she could make a costume. I guarantee it, she could make it.
Yeah. And can I also say too, I should have mentioned this on the non-spoiler review, but this is the first episode we're not getting a parody.
Yeah, it's the first episode we can get any parody. None. This is a very serious episode. This really played into an origin story for Wanda. For the first time ever, we saw how...
an origin story for Wanda, but we got an origin story for Agatha. We got two origin stories in this episode.
In one episode, yeah. I really loved how they decided, you know what, we need to make this emotional episode. So first and foremost,
which, by the way, I think I've seen a post already about it, but Elizabeth Olsen deserves an Emmy for her performance in this series. She deserves
really
it.
She's been loving this series. This has been a great series, and I'm excited to see more of it. I'm excited to see more of Wanda. I'm excited to see more of this character because
I'm excited to see
good.
more. I'm excited to see more of Elizabeth Olsen, to be honest.
Me too. I'm keen to see more. But let's dive into it. So this episode started out fucking suspenseful. So obviously it jumped right back into when Wanda confronts Agatha, and mind you, she tried. Of course, Wanda tried to use some magic against her, but Agatha's already ready. She literally is inside her lair. She's got fucking runes around it to protect her, and she just shows Wanda just how powerful she is.
So you said that this is how it starts off, but no, you were right before. How it starts off is the Agatha Harkness origin.
Harkness, yeah.
Harkness. It shows how fucking powerful she is.
She killed her entire coven, including her mother.
And not just like kill her, like suck the living power out of them and life out of them.
It's probably how she got more powerful.
Probably. And you know what? This, for me, even though this episode, it's still it's her asking how she created this hex. I still believe the first.
I do believe that the first hex was hers, but Wanda just amplified it.
Yep.
Like when the thing that got me the most is just going through Wanda's memories, especially when they go back to the apartment. I didn't know they were going to do that scene where she talked about Age of Ultron and how she was stuck inside her apartment for 2 days. No, they did it. And it was a Stark Industries freaking missile, like I said. And I was just like, so that's why she hated Stark so much. She hated Tony so much because her weapon killed, like, they both did. Both Pietro and Wanda.
Actually, we said that there was no parody, but kind of wrong, really. We actually
saw where...
We actually understand why there are these parodies.
Because
and it's
her family.
TV shows that her dad collected and was, well, to sell, but he was a fan of them, of those shows. And he, you know, I think that was their, like, what, Friday or Saturday night shows that they watched.
So they had like the Dick Van, they had the Dick Van Dyke Show, they had Bewitched, they had Malcolm in the Middle, they had all those shows, and now
all the shows they've been parodying, they were there. Well, except for I think The Office and Modern Family.
Yeah, The Office, Modern Family. I don't think. Yeah, I don't remember that one that was there, but Malcolm in the Middle was there. Bewitched was there. The Dick Van Dyke Show. They were all there, and the Brady Bunch. Brady Bunch was there too.
Yes. No, we saw an episode of the Brady Bunch, wasn't it? When she was held captive by Hydra.
Yeah, I found it funny.
After that scene that we just showed you before.
I find it funny that we see Heisenberg, Bryan Cranston, in this episode as well, playing freaking Malcolm's dad. I was just like, does that mean that Bryan Cranston exists in the MCU? Who knows? But back to the Hydra base scene. After the whole her parents killed and stuff like that, she goes to see Hydra, and we now see how she gets her powers. But I think Agatha actually says to her, "You already have your powers. The Infinity Stone increased it, amplified your power. That's why she could access it, because she already had her magic. She already had magic because she's a mutant." Mutants are people born with their abilities. Now, of course,
I'm really surprised they didn't drop the name mutant in this. Which, by the way, you know, we did get a name reveal, which we teased earlier. We actually got the name Scarlet Witch in this episode.
Agatha says you're the Scarlet Witch. You're meant to be a myth. You wield chaos magic, which I'm just like, that's why it's red, because red is it's a color for chaos. That's why she has such destructive power. That's why Thanos couldn't keep up with her, because of just how amplified she is. She is a powerhouse, and I think Agatha's chewing off more than she can chew.
Yeah.
Mm.
Does that
And I
mean
think
I'm
that's-
fucking powerful?
Yeah,
Shit.
probably.
Fuck.
Yeah, probably. You got a red chair. You got a red chair.
Got a red chair, red headphones. Yeah,
I
bow
really liked
down,
Agatha's.
everyone.
I
Bow
really
down.
liked. I really liked Agatha's costume at the end of the episode. Really love that look.
Dude, there's been talks for a Wicked movie. I think it's still coming. I think they're still making it. I'm not sure.
They just need to
But
get.
after seeing this, I'm voting for Catherine Howard to definitely be Elphaba.
Should be great.
Definitely.
Should be good. I'm still got the It Was Agatha All Along song stuck in my head. I mean, red is my color. Yeah, that's actually true. Red is Margie's color.
I'm bowing down to you. We're not worthy.
Yeah, we're not worthy. I mean, you could totally. I mean, I'm not saying you could totally cosplay Scarlet Witch, but
Do it.
Do it. But no, this episode has had so much. Yeah, same with you, Laura. Do it. This was a great episode. Just the part that got me the most, that really, it really got me the most. When they had the Avengers combat, and she's talking with Vision.
Yeah.
He says that line. What was that line he said? Something about grief and loss. I need to look that up. Give me a second. I'll find that line.
Margie, I love the X-Men cartoon series. So
I love doing it. Yeah, same.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Oh, Laura, I was saying, because we were saying that Margie should do Scarlet Witch as well and as a cosplay. Laura, you do it too.
Yes.
That's what we're saying.
Where is that? I'm just trying to find. So his Vision's full quote about loss and sorrow and grief as he tries to comfort Wanda, who's lost her brother, threatens to swallow her whole. She tells him she's going to drown. He says she isn't. Why not? She asks. Well, because it can't all be sorrow, can it? He replies, I've always been alone, so I don't feel the lack. It's all I've ever known. I've never experienced loss because I have never had a loved one to lose. But what is grief if not love persevering? That line got me, and I was just like, dude, he's right. Like, the one person.
That's beautiful,
out of everybody,
man.
I want
that at my funeral.
I will say this though, out of every single Avenger that could ever understand Wanda, besides Hawkeye, an android, like the most sophisticated android that's ever created, who's not human, he doesn't have any human emotion or anything like that, he understands. He understands loss when he's never experienced loss before. He's never experienced it before.
Yeah.
He's never lost anyone he's cared about.
Yeah. Now,
speaking of Vision,
there's been a lot of tearjerkers in this episode. You know, the whole seeing her parents die. The fact that Agatha and when she says this line, I was like, "Oh, you bitch, you fucking bitch," is when she says, even fake Pietro, I couldn't bring back the other one because he's in another place somewhere with holes in him. I'm like, oh,
yo, I saw that. I was just like, when she said that, I was just like, oh, you horrible woman. You fucking vindictive woman. Still love her though.
I love her, but at the same time, you don't kill the dog.
Yeah, she killed Sparky, the horrible old hag.
Don't kill the dog.
You don't kill the dog. But she killed the dog, and he's freaking proud of it. Anyway, nothing as well. We now know the truth about Vision. It's not Vision. She creates him. She creates him.
All right. Do you want some theories now, or do you want to wait for some theories?
Throw some theories at me. Let's do it.
Because, look, if you guys in the chat want to listen to a theory that I'm now starting to believe. I'm now
Theory
believing that
time.
Mephisto is definitely not in this episode.
No,
Oh, not
I
in
don't
this
think he's.
episode. This series, I
think
now do believe this is Agatha. So my
Laura's
theory,
like,
which I'm also piggybacking off somebody else's theory, like most theories are these days. But the theory that I saw, and I'm starting to believe it, is that what's his name? The sword guy. What's his name? Laura, in the chat. If you know his name, what's his name?
I think it's director Haywood.
Haywood. Yes, Haywood. Yes.
Is this the theory that you told me about yesterday?
Yeah. This is a theory that Haywood is actually Ultron. Or Ultron is going to show up in the series. Or Haywood is recreating Ultron. Now, the reason there are a couple of ways this could work is that at the end, this is just a tease too, but at the end of every episode, it always recommends you to watch Age of Ultron. Now, whether that be because it's Wanda's first appearance, that could be the reason. That could be the reason. But the other reason is that he's been so obsessed with Vision. And who was obsessed with Vision in Age of Ultron? It was Ultron.
It would make sense. It would make sense.
I've noticed early 2000 things that make me desperately want to go back. I'm fine with that, Laura. But yes. But yes, Ultron was obsessed with Vision. Vision's body was supposed to be for Ultron. Now,
not for Jarvis.
At the end, well, actually, more than anything, the whole thing that's been leading up to it is that this episode 2, you find out that Haywood lied. Haywood straight up lied. Even the video was altered and faked. The episode, what was it, episode 3 or 4? When they show it, they show that Wanda stormed Sword's building to steal and take Vision's body. He says that. Haywood says that he's taking that. And then in this episode, you find out that's not true. She came very peacefully. He brought her into his room and said, that the reason why we didn't want to tell you and that you can't take them is because, well, we don't want you to make a weapon. And what does he do? He creates a fucking weapon that we find out right at the end of the episode.
Now, the question is, though, is this weapon going to be effective against against two fucking powerful witches?
Two powerful witches and a recreated, which we don't see in this episode at all, really.
I don't know where the hell he is.
What I'm about to say, we see a white Vision. Actually, technically, we see three versions of Vision in this episode. We see him dismembered. We see him back at Civil War, and then we see the white Vision, which is why people are now going, okay, well, maybe Haywood is trying to recreate Ultron, and that this is the body, because they also say, "Are you ready for this, sir?" And he's like, "Yes."
Did they not learn what happens when you try to bring back Ultron? That guy, dude, that Andrew went insane.
Now, the other reason why I think as well, we don't see Ultron die.
No, all we see is one of his. Remember what? Didn't they say in Age of Ultron that he can literally? He's gotten that sophisticated. He can not just attack robots. He can go after people.
That, but at the end of it too, all you see is a bright light with him in Vision. All you see is a bright light.
We don't
now. We don't get to see it get destroyed. But the way that they show it, it makes you go, okay, well, then obviously he killed him. He killed them. But did he? And with I'm going to bring it back to Star Wars. In Star Wars, how many times have people died and come back to life?
A lot.
I can name you 3.
Palpatine,
Boba Fett, and Darth Maul.
Yep. All of them have died allegedly, and then they come back.
So what's to say that Marvel's taking a page out of the Star Wars book?
They've done it before. They've done it with Loki like 1,000,000 times.
1,000,000 times. But also that's because it's Tom Hiddleston.
Now he's a good series.
But yeah, so that's my theory. But if you guys agree with me, let me know. But I'm now starting to see it that way, that this could, there will be 2 villains. Or Agatha will be teaming up.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't see Agatha as being the team-uppy type of person. She's been manipulating one the entire time.
If there is a threat to destroy the town, I reckon she will help.
Maybe. I don't know if she would or not. Agatha, all Agatha wants is...
In the comics, she has become good though. So
yeah, she has.
She picks and chooses.
Yeah. So we'll have to wait and see with next week's episode.
Yeah. Which they have announced it's about 47 minutes long.
That's longer than the previous. Yeah. That's a longer than the other episode. Yeah.
Which, in my opinion, because this episode was 46 minutes long. You take out 8 minutes for credits, which I don't know why they're that long.
We also didn't see Monica this entire episode.
Yeah, no Monica, which I was hoping we did. Or I was hoping that would be the next. That would be the end credit scene again. Well, not
no, we didn't.
No. Because they left her on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, they did. They left her on a cliffhanger. We saw in the imposter Pietro.
Yeah, and
he didn't have his trademark silver hair.
If you guys didn't catch our spoiler review last week on our Spotify, I said that if you actually stop it, he hasn't got grey hair.
No, he doesn't. I noticed that. He's got like a ponytail.
It's actually more like and he's wearing a beanie, I'm pretty sure, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's wearing a beanie.
Yeah. So, don't know who he is. Actually, I feel like they said something in this episode who he was.
Mm.
I can't remember. But, yeah. Look, this has been an insane ride. We need to talk more about this episode. Like, literally. Like, there was that much packed into this.
There was a lot.
What was...
So
they really brought. Oh, the fact that she asked where the kids were.
She kept asking, "Where are my children?"
You
kept hearing them.
You hear them scream for mum, and that end when she finally lets her out, and she's like, "Showtime."
Yeah.
And then she's out in the middle of the street. She disappeared, and in the middle of the street with the kids.
And she literally is holding them by leashes. Yes, suffocating like that. I was just like, right.
Yeah. Yeah. Could not believe that.
The bug, also the fly references as well. I still believe Mephisto is it. I reckon he's around. He's gotta be. The whole thing about that. I mean, I really hope that they do it, that they do show him up. But I don't know. I don't feel like he has made any presence whatsoever. I think it is
not
just
now.
going to be Agatha. Not now.
Not now.
I'm keen to see where they go.
Now looking back at it, and when they announced it that it was Agatha, no one really knew who the villain was.
No. Now people know who she is.
You know, we had multiple things. You know, it was Haywood, which I still believe he is more the main villain than anything.
Though they are saying, because I looked it up before, who the main villain is. I looked it up. The main villain is Agatha. Like, who is the main villain in WandaVision? Agatha Harkness.
Interesting. But
Now,
that's also based off of the song too, and they said it was Agatha all along. But was it? Now, the other thing they also mentioned too is that she was never under her control.
Yeah, exactly.
Never under her control. Which means what the hell happened with her and Vision's scene in the Halloween episode then?
Which one's that one?
When she's in the car.
Yeah. How the hell she did that?
Yeah.
When we saw that when they did it was Agatha all along scene. They did that scene. They did that part where she's using her magic because.
Did they show that? I don't remember showing her. I don't remember showing that part.
Yeah, they showed in the trailer where she uses her magic just a bit just to fool him, and then she pretends that she's broken out of her stupor. Because she's been Remember, because she's been manipulating everything. She's been manipulating the town people. She's been manipulating the kids. She's been manipulating. She made Pietro come along.
Yeah.
She did that.
Yeah.
Everything she's done, you can see it in that entire opening part when she reveals herself. Everything she did in that clip when they're singing that song, it's all the stuff she's done right back to the first episode with the magic show.
I just don't remember them showing the car scene, but okay.
Yeah. The thing that got me the most is when she goes to Westview. For real. Because the town is real. It's a real town.
The town is real. And I never had a doubt on that.
The part that got me the most is when she has the deed to the house, the land that Vision gave her. See,
for me, that's where I broke.
Yeah, and she just loses it and creates the hex and lets out all. I mean, she did this. Remember, though, she did the exact same thing in Age of Ultron when Pietro died. Remember when Pietro died? She was literally right near that machine that held the vibranium underneath the ground. She unleashed her entire power, destroyed all of the robots around her. I think she's amplified her power, and now she can create reality. She can do that now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly,
you're a good dude?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm tired. But, we've got to continue on because there's a lot to unpack with this episode. Overall, this was an amazing episode. I'm pumped for what they're going to be doing next.
I'm very interested. And, you said before that there's an episode 10 that got announced today.
Because it's June,
right?
Yeah, I think it was announced. Look, I think there were going to be 10 episodes. Like, there was no denying it. Hang on, let me double check. Let me check that. So it says there's 8 episodes, but
8. There's been 8
released.
Yeah,
it says here there's 8. But they said there's been 8 released. But
Laura, what were a couple of your favorite things? And we will read them out. If you're still watching, that is, let us know. Some of your favorite scenes from this episode, and we will unpack that for you. But yeah, look, the Stark industry scene was big, but I think overall my favorite scene was definitely the Hydra stuff. Yeah,
absolutely. I was very, very envisioned by that. The fact that we actually see how she gets her powers. We see the minds. We see the Infinity Stone, the Mind Stone, and how it just amplifies her powers. And she sees herself. She sees what she's going to become.
Yeah.
And how powerful she's going to be. Because she is the most powerful witch. Like, she really is. She becomes one of the most strongest of all the witches.
Yeah, I mean, look, I come back to this every time we've been talking about Wandavision, but the House of M comic, holy crap!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that for me, that just shows exactly how powerful she is.
She destroys all mutants. She makes them not
destroys
exist.
all mutants.
She takes away all their powers.
There's only a handful that survive it. Only a handful.
I think Magneto is one of them.
Obviously, because it's her father. But Wolverine, I'm pretty sure Scott was one of them that survived it. I think. But that whole series, yeah, shows how powerful she is.
She is OP as fuck. I mean, even Kevin Feige, I've said this before, even Kevin Feige has said, out of all the Avengers, who's the most powerful, he said Wanda Maximoff. Look what she did to Thanos. She was destroying his armor and crushing it. She was going to kill him. If he had not called down a bombardment of his ship, she was going to kill him. And that would have ended it right there. I would have loved to have seen that. I would have loved to have seen Wanda kill him. I mean, remember when he had the Infinity Gauntlet? He had 5 stones.
Yep.
He needed 1 more stone, and she was holding him back, even though he was using the Space Stone to try and get through. Couldn't, even with the Power Stone.
It wasn't working.
No, it wasn't working.
It wasn't working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
episode was just fantastic.
This whole
I know I've said this way too many times tonight, but I have to because it really was.
The cast, the writers, the director, the sets, the visual effects, the series has been hitting it out of the ballpark. This is on the same level as Endgame. I get excited when I see stuff referencing past stuff and future stuff. I'm excited for the future of the MCU. I'm glad that we're getting television shows that are connecting to the movies. Because we didn't get that with the CW, with Arrow and stuff like that. They didn't connect the movies at all. It was. Yeah. I loved it. Yeah. Laura loved it.
Laura, let us know what some of your favorite scenes were.
Yeah, what are your favorite scenes, Laura? Curious to see what your favorite scenes are.
Obviously in this episode. But look, I think we found out a lot more stuff about Wanda, and finding out a lot of why things have happened in this show. I think the whole Sokovia scenes
kind of hard to say in text.
That's fair. I get it. But all the Sokovia stuff was, for me, one of the
very
biggest
sad
takeaways.
Especially when you see where she grew up. I mean, look, you can see the war outside. You can see everyone, gunfire, people running.
You can hear it.
Terror.
You can hear it.
It's literally just outside her window. Yeah. I loved how they brought back her accent, her Sokovian accent.
Yeah, big time.
They didn't hide it behind a sitcom.
And not only that, but everyone's been saying that too. Like, where has her accent been? And even Agatha brings that up, going, "Oh, so where has this accent been?"
She makes fun of her accent.
Yeah, she makes fun of the accent.
Yeah, she makes fun of the accent.
Yeah. I agree, Laura. This has been by far my favorite thing. I think anything to come out really of the MCU was finally getting her backstory. We never got it. I think what has helped with it now is that they own Fox, so they can actually tell her story properly now.
Exactly. Maybe find out her we know for a fact that who her real father is. Like comic books, it's Magneto.
Comic book wise, we do.
It's Eric Lenshaw, or he becomes the Maximoff twins.
Yeah,
but they can do that now. And like I said, I think it was who said that they said there's going to be almost on the levels of Luke Skywalker appearance in the final episode.
That was Paul Bettany.
Paul Bettany said that. Now, we've had a few suggestions who could it be. Magneto is one of them. Absolutely.
People
Doctor
are now
Strange is
starting to
another
believe
one.
that he's been trolling us the whole time.
What? Paul Bettany? I don't think he would do that to his fans. I don't think he would do that to his fans. Honestly, well, let's wait and see. Next episode, see what happens.
Yeah.
With the final episodes. Big time. But honestly, when it comes down to it, if fucking Ian McKellen just walks in as Magneto in full costume, I'll lose my mind because I'll be like, oh my god, it's comic book accurate fucking Magneto, and it actually is Magneto, it's Ian McKellen. Or if fucking
Fassbender
comes in, I'll still be happy because I really like Fassbender.
I'll be happy if it was Patrick Stewart.
Oh, I'd love if Patrick Stewart came in as Professor X. That'd be so cool. But I don't think they would do that now because Patrick Stewart has retired being Professor X because of Logan. I wouldn't mind if it was James McAvoy. That would be cool. But
new universe.
True, but I think he wouldn't do it again. Same thing with Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, but you can say the same thing about Harrison Ford.
True that.
It depends on this.
It depends on the money.
Depends on this. It depends on the story. And I can tell you now, I think being under Marvel and entering the MCU, do you really think they wouldn't want to do that?
That is true. But like I said, it could be Doctor Strange because, again, he's a big connection. I think
connection for Wanda to be in Doctor Strange 2.
Yeah, in the Multiverse of Madness. Honestly, if they do it, if next episode they just say, "Hey, Doctor Strange is here to help," I mean, come on, he would show up to help because one, it's a hex that is threatening the entire world. Not only that, you've got two extremely powerful witches on the inside. Of course, the Sorcerer Supreme would show up. Also, I think Agatha would probably shit herself if the Sorcerer Supreme showed up.
Well, if you're right, and that book belongs to him, then yeah.
I did actually find out what that book is.
Did you?
I was scoping through Instagram and I found out what that book is. That book is called The Darkhold. It is an ancient book with spells and unspeakable power. It allows you to create anything you desire. It was created in the Hell dimension. So the theory that Mephisto...
So my theory from last week might still be happening.
Now, a couple of things that we noticed as well. In the comics, the Nexus is a cross-dimensional gateway which provides a pathway to any possible reality in the multiverse. Each reality had a Nexus being. Wanda was one of them.
I need to tell you about Nexus.
Yeah, these beings are monitored by the Time Variance Authority, who will appear in Loki. That's where Loki's going.
Nexus was dropped in Age of Ultron.
Yeah, he was. It was that place that Tony Stark went to.
Yep.
The world's largest supercomputer. Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah, Nick Fury mentions it at Hawkeye's house. He's talking and mentions about Nexus, and Cap's like, Nexus, what's that?
Yeah, so here it is. Nexus also shares its name with the Nexus Internet Hub from Age of Ultron. Located in Oslo, Norway, the Nexus is the biggest internet exchange in the MCU, where all the world's data passes through. In the comics, there is an idea of the Nexus of all realities, a gateway that you can use to get to all the realities. There's also the idea of Nexus beings, who are individuals who can affect probability in the future. Vision and Wanda are both considered Nexus beings.
Interesting.
Plus, also with the Halloween episode, it appears that the current timeline inside Westview is messed up. The cinema is currently showing two movies: The Incredibles 2004 and The Parent Trap 1998. It was also showing that Tommy is wearing a Minecraft hat, a game which came out in 2011, all while the episode is taking place in the 90s.
Does it?
Didn't know. Yep. Look. Oh, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the cinema scene, that's another one that pops up. But yeah, man, this episode has been great. It's been it's been a roller coaster, and I don't want it to end, but at the same time, I need to see how it ends.
I don't want it to end.
But I want to see how it ends.
Yeah. Yeah.
I definitely want to see. I think it's going to be great. I honestly think it's going to be a really good ending.
Oh, it has to.
Yeah,
it
absolutely.
has to. They can't leave it on a cliffhanger and go, oh, by the way, you can finish it off on Doctor Strange 2.
Tune in next week.
Tune in a couple of months when Doctor Strange 2 finally releases. Whenever that is, because we still haven't received Black Widow. But
whenever they fucking release that.
But I don't want it to end, but I want it to end so I can finally find out everything. But I think this is going to be a show that I'm just going to have on repeat.
Yeah, I think I will have it just on repeat.
You know, I even if it's just me in the background, me having it in the background. You know, for me, normally if I'm doing something, I'll just put Seinfeld or The Office on.
If I'm doing something, I put on YouTube videos and watch them in the background. But I do like to put on a movie in the background as well.
You know, for me, Seinfeld's something. One of those is that show that it's my show, and I've seen every episode thousands of times, so I can just have it on in the background.
No soup for you.
No soup for you. Yeah, that's right.
I love that episode, especially when they followed up with George Costanza come back in 1 year, and he can actually finally have one. But he's like really gentle and very soft spoken, and just walks slowly to get his food. And then friggin' Elaine comes in, just slaps his friggin' hands on the desk, and literally throwing it aside, just breaking all the rules, and she doesn't get anything. Come back in 1 year.
Yeah. That that's another thing. But yeah, I think this is going to be one of those shows that I'll just have on the background now because I love it.
I do too. I reckon this is going to be one of those shows that people can just go back on and watch it and be like, this is a really good show.
I remember when this show got announced and we got the first trailer.
I know, it was very strange.
And everyone's like, oh, this is going to suck. And I've spoken to people since then, and they went, this sucks. I hate it. I don't like it. What is this? Like, you obviously haven't given it a good try. You've got to sit down, push through those first 3 episodes. As any show, I say that to anyone. Any show, you got to push through the first 3 or 4 episodes because they are still setting up the plot in those episodes.
And they're setting up the characters so well. I'm keen to see more of Monica. I'm keen to see more of Vision. I'm keen to see more of the kids as well. I'm keen to see what's going to happen with this new Vision that's come in as well.
Yeah, what happens there?
Yeah.
And that explains now why he was dying and he could go through the hex.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't real. He can only survive in the hex.
Obviously.
Maybe. But here's my other question. Because she can recreate reality. She has recreated an Infinity Stone. Literally. Yeah. Now that we've seen it, like we thought she just brought him back from the dead. But added the Infinity Stone. No, she literally recreated him and recreated the Infinity Stone. What the hell does that mean?
So that means she could probably, with Vision's body, bring him back to life. Remember when she said that she can't do that? I don't believe that. I reckon she can do it.
I reckon she can do it.
What do you think, Laura? Do you reckon Wanda could bring, like, that Vision back to life if she was close to his real body? Do you reckon she could?
See, I don't know, because I feel like she tried to in that scene.
Sword. She tried to. Yeah, at Sword. I think she can, because now that he's back online, I think that they're going to try to create, because obviously she can't do harm to him, because possibly she's powerful enough. True. She can create her own reality and make it real. Yeah. She made her kids.
True.
She literally made her kids, and her kids are real. They're not some illusion. They are real kids.
What a fast pregnancy! I think everyone would love to have that fast of a pregnancy.
What a fast growing up too! Look how fast those kids grew up.
Right.
They grew up.
Honestly,
from like
thought we'd get them
toddlers
as teenagers by the end of the series.
I think they already are teenagers. Is it no, they're not. They're not teenagers. They're
boys still.
They're boys still. Yeah, I know.
But look, I want to know if Agatha is still, if she's interested in the Hex creation, or is she interested in the Mind Stone?
Could be both, perhaps.
Because she does bring up about the Infinity Stones. Like, she knows about the Infinity Stones.
I doubt she's going to try and go after them, because, again, she wouldn't be able to handle them. No, there's no way. She would not be able to handle it. It probably would kill her. I mean, yeah, she's powerful, but, like, there's nothing on the face of the earth, minus Wanda, that can stand up to a freaking Infinity Stone. I mean, can you imagine if Agatha tried to stand up to Thanos with the entire Infinity Gauntlet?
But what if she's working with Hayward?
Okay, that I didn't think of. Shit. I don't know, though, because it could be not. I mean, she doesn't really like authority type people. No.
But if it's to, you don't know. They could. Marvel's proven before that they can that they change. That they can change things. You know,
they can.
They've proven it, and people don't seem to be upset that they change things from comics to suit their storyline.
Yeah, I agree. Like it's going to be interesting how they do it. It's going to be interesting, especially with next week's episode. I mean, we've got a new Vision has returned from the grave. Literally, his body has been restored.
Thank you, Hayward.
Wanda's official name has been told. She's the Scarlet Witch. She is supposed to be a myth. She has chaos magic. She's that powerful enough that even Agatha's slightly terrified by her. There's so much happening, and I can't wait for more. So, honest opinion, how would you rate this episode?
As I said before, I rated it a 8.5 to 9 out of 10.
And I'm going to stick with mine with a 9.5 out of 10. I think we've talked about this episode enough. We have dropped all of our spoilers. This was a great episode. Cannot wait for the final two. Can't believe we're here.
Final two or the final one. We'll wait and see what is if the episode 10 is true or not. We shall.
Laura has given her said approval. 10 out of 10. Oh.
There you go.
Still 9.5 for me. I love
still 8.5, 9 out. I'm undecided. I'm still between those two.
I'm sticking with a 9.5. It's that close to greatness.
I think. All right.
Yeah, I'm tired. You probably see me yawning.
Guys, thank you so much. I'm glad that you guys have asked us to do the spoiler live show for tonight. It's normally on our Spotify as an exclusive, but you can find us at our Spotify. So go follow our Spotify at the Techie and Talon Show. Go follow us on our Facebook if you are just stumbling past us. If not, you probably, if you're watching us, you probably already are. But share us around. Share us around to your friends.
Share us around.
Get our name out there. We're at the start still. This is our fourth episode for the Disney Plus recap show. We will be having our third proper show tomorrow night.
7:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time.
Exactly. You can also go and subscribe to our YouTube channel at the Techie and Talon Show. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show.
Well, I've enjoyed the show. It's been a really good show.
We hope to see you guys tomorrow night on our regular show. We have got a lot to talk about. Talon. My bad. Talon, let us know what our topics are for tomorrow. Just give us a few. Just give them a little tease.
All right, so first and foremost, I'm going to lead off some random ones. I've got all of them. I got one excited for you. That I lost it for a second there. Oops. All right.
I know. Okay. I turned my screen off because it's on you. Go.
Okay. All right, let's do it. So first off, we've got Republic Commando. That has been announced for the PS4 and Switch. So we're going to be able to, if you really love Star Wars stuff, especially with old tactical stuff, definitely check it out. Another one, Spider-Man No Way Home. Finally, visual name drop for the next Spider-Man movie, No Way Home. Okay. Another one is all the Disney's new service for Star. So Star has been dropped now on Disney Live, on Disney Plus. Make sure you guys check that out. A whole bunch of movies and new television shows have been announced on there. We finally have release dates for all the new Disney series. Falcon and Winter Soldier, Mighty Ducks, Bad Batch, High School Musical, Loki, Turner and Hooch, Monsters at Work. Find out what the release dates are tomorrow on our Sunday show. Next up, Tony Hawk is coming to PS5 and Nintendo Switch. That is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. So if you want to play Tony Hawk on your PS5 or on Nintendo Switch, you'll be able to do so. Paramount Plus have officially announced a Halo series is coming early 2022. We're finally going to get live-action Master Chief. And I'm freaking excited.
I think they can wait for the rest for tomorrow. We'll keep you in suspense. There is, as we said, there is a long list of stuff for us to talk about tomorrow. So if you are watching us tomorrow and we get sidetracked, enter the chat and let us know and just tell us to stop it immediately.
Yeah. Tell us to do our job.
There is that much content happening tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Now, Talon, quick question before we go. Would you like to do a little review on the Superman and Lois pilot in the show, or do we want to do it separately so we can let these lovely people know?
See, it's going to be hard because I haven't seen it yet. I think I might leave it up to you because I haven't seen it yet. I can't give a fair review on a show that I haven't seen yet. I honestly think you should review it because you've seen it. I know for a fact a lot of people are talking about it, saying it's amazing and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
But I honestly want to leave it to you because I need to watch it personally for myself. I know that you really liked it.
Yeah, I do. Oh, really? Just to give you guys a little hint, I haven't been excited for a DC TV show since the announcement for Titans.
And also Snyder Cut.
Snyder Cut, but that's a movie, not TV show.
True. I think the last ever DC show that I got excited for was when Arrow got season 2 announced. That was a long time ago. And I love Arrow season 2. It's like
far away.
Like, Arrow season 2 is probably my favorite season for Arrow, and I really loved it. And I just don't like anything else for Arrow. I don't even like the last season, even though the last season had a lot of good.
For me, there's 2 seasons of Arrow, and that's it.
Yeah, the rest of them are garbage. Flash, I really love Flash. The first, second, and third season. The 4th season I hate because I think it's garbage. 5th season is amazing. It's good. But the 6th season, I like the new suit. I just didn't like the writing in some of the episodes. That's just me.
All right, then. Well, I might do a quick review after the show. If I don't, I will do it tomorrow. Like maybe mid-morning,
Something.
or early afternoon. Actually, no, you know what? I'll do it after this. I'm not tired. I'm wired.
I'm tired.
So,
I'm tired.
alrighty, guys. Well, enjoy it. If you want to come and listen to my little quick review on the Superman and Lois show, come join me in 2 minutes. Alrighty, guys. Techie out.
Talon out.
See you guys tomorrow.